Hi everyone. This week on the blog we're going to continue our discussion from last week about how to prepare for an audition or a performance. So, at this point you've already figured out what fingerings you're going to use, you've already figured out what your bowings are, what your register questions are, anything that's going to get in the way of you playing this audition well in terms of not being able to play the music well, you've already solved that. So now it's just a question of applying the problem solving that you've already done. Now this is where a lot of people will often mess up. They'll say, oh great, I've already solved the problem, so now I can just go. No, do not play up to tempo yet. The first thing that you want to do when you finally finish solving these problems is start drilling the music very, very slowly. No more than half tempo is what you should start out with. And it may seem tedious, but what this part of the audition process is all about is about giving yourself tons and tons of high quality repetitions so that when you get ready to actually play the audition, when you're actually in the audition, if you've played it 100 times in the past 3 weeks, and of those 100 times, 95 of them have been really, really great times you've been really happy with, and that's a 95% chance that you'll play really, really well in the audition. That's what this part of the audition preparation stage is all about. It's about giving you those positive repetitions. You're not going to get it the first time out. So, cool your jets, slow down, and just take it slow. You want things to be absolutely perfect at this point. Note perfect, intonation perfect, musically perfect. If there's anything at all that you're unsatisfied with, now's the time to get it out, because if you keep increasing the tempo with imperfections in your playing, they're not going to solve themselves. You have to do that yourself. So, take it slowly, and to be diligent, be super, 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 super picky. You don't want any cracks in this foundation that you're building for the really solid audition. So the metronome is obviously going to be really useful for this stage. The other thing that's going to be really useful are cello drones. Cello drones are a CD that you can get from Amazon.com and a bunch of other places probably, which are literally, just drones of cellos playing in the harmonic series. So if you've got the cello drone of A, you'll have the low root of A, but then you'll also have E and then another A on top of it. It's the whole harmonic series. And the idea is that it's much more effective than just using a simple tuning pitch, because the tuning pitch only gives you the one tone to tune to. And you want more than that because you're going to be playing a variety of notes, and sometimes the low pedal tone isn't going to be the best thing to tune yourself to. So, cello drones are super, super useful. You want to be using those. Now, in this stage, there are two keys to really super productive practicing while you're playing this slowly. First thing is don't play through the music. If you've got an excerpt of, say, 15 bars, don't play 15 bars. Play 3, absolutely no more than 5 bars at a time. Really going through things with a fine-tooth comb, checking your shifting or checking your register questions and other things like that. Really making sure that all of the mechanical things that have to happen in order for you to play well are all in check. Playing through is pretty much, at this stage in the audition, it's pretty much just a waste of your time, especially when you're just starting out. Maybe later on, after you've really run 2 or 3 small chunks through the runner and you really got them up to a high quality, maybe at that point then you can start playing through. But playing through right at the beginning is a mistake. Don't play through. So, that's the first key. The second key to really super productive practicing is something that was told to me by Robert Vernon, the principal violist of the Cleveland Orchestra, who says that when he's listening to an audition, he listens for 5 specific things in the player. First thing that he listens for is articulation. Second thing he listens for is intonation, musical direction, rhythm, and sound quality. If you're not working on one of those 5 things, then you're not practicing up to your potential. Each time you attack an excerpt, keep one of those 5 things, maybe even 2 of those 5 things in your head, and try to specifically improve 1 or 2 of those 5 things each time that you play. And that's that. So, you play really, really hard, under tempo, in small chunks, slowly start to string it together, And then, once you're finally starting to get some bigger chunks together, then you can start to raise the tempo closer to performance level in small increments. 10 metronome clicks per minute, 15 metronome clicks per minute, just stuff like that. So, just constantly raising the bar throughout this stage, both in terms of your musicality and your preparation, and in terms of the tempo that you're using. Just building tons and tons of positive repetitions for the audition that's coming soon, or the performance that's coming soon. If you do these things, then you're going to feel super, super confident the week of the audition, which is what we're going to talk about next week. So, I'll see you then.